Mate, can you tell me what you thought of the Barry character when you first read the script? Because he kind of divides opinion, it seems to me.
Well, when I first read the script, obviously the lead is Tom's character, and he's based on a real life character. And if you take a half a step back, he is a terrible person. He imports drugs, he manipulates everything to his own end, all in the name of adrenaline and fun and keeping things moving. And people's lives would have suffered. So that's an awful quality in a person. But then the other side of it is that he's played by Tom Cruise, and in real life, the Barry Seal apparently had that thing where everyone liked him. Everyone who he met just liked him. And Tom just turned that on in the film. And so you find yourself very conflicted. You find yourself wanting the best for the man who's importing the drugs, which is a very strange way to feel. And I think it's very clever. I think it's got something to say.
Fantastic. And your own character, Schaefer, what was your approach with him? Often with CIA guys, they have loads of tech and stuff, but he's sort of working in his little cubicle and...
Yes, it was a different time. So Schaefer, who I'm playing in the film, is in the CIA, but it isn't all high-tech gadgetry and all the rest of it, which is obviously a lot of what happens now. Doug and Tom had decided they wanted to go younger, which is already an interesting thing, and to make him basically a climber. He just wants to get a bigger office at all costs, and it doesn't matter if Nicaragua goes up in flames or, it doesn't matter. So that was a really nice character note to get early, and I just really enjoyed that in the film. It was a nice place to start every scene, that he's just getting whatever he wants at any cost,
Fantastic. And I know you've probably talked about Tom a billion times, but I think you'll be good at it. People say he's the ultimate professional. Can you give me your recollections of working with him, what you enjoyed?
My recollections of working with Tom was well, first of all, that we laughed a lot. He's very fun and funny to be around, and he was playing a character who let him express that. So I think himself and Doug were having a lot of fun with that. So it was a very fun set. Energy was very, very high at all times, which I gather is probably what he's like away from set also. But it really worked for this film as well, just to kind of keep that train moving forward. And he was very, very generous. He was really, really nice to me. Really nice to any friends who I had on set and all the rest of it, and had time for everybody. So, I mean, I kind of can't say enough good things about him.
Obviously, he did his own flying in the film, and I hear he took you up in the plane. Can you give me your recollections of that as well, please?
Basically, Doug and Tom both went up in a plane and asked me if I wanted to go up with them. It was very small. I think it was like a 6-seater plane. I went up with them, and it was unbelievable. We went into zero gravity for a while, which they had not told me was going to happen. And that was simultaneously one of the most terrifying and exhilarating moments of my life. Tom wore the aviators, so it was a full Top Gun moment, and that's something I'll remember for the rest of my life. It was amazing.
You have flown with Maverick, that is classy.
Yeah, not too bad.
And your own research, Daniel, what elements of that proved most useful? Was it talking to people? Was it reading books?
There was one book that I found in the research that was incredibly helpful, which is a guy who had been in the CIA and written memoirs, but he was just an egomaniac. And it was just him. He loved America, but he had this thing of like, America rules the world, and if you question that, then you've got what you'll get, then good luck with the Russians, basically, was his attitude. And it kind of disgusted me that he felt so unanswerable to anybody else. He had nothing to answer for. And also, he just wanted to be important. He just had such ego, and this horrible guy was a really good basis for a character because he was unapologetic, and I liked that.
Fantastic. You may have already told me with the aircraft moment, but could you pluck out a couple of really fond off-camera memories from shooting this film? I know it puts you on the spot.
In terms of off-camera, spending time at the house where Doug and Tom were living with the writer Gary was absolutely hilarious. They each had a floor. I think Gary was losing his mind. They were all doing chores. We all played poker one night with a bunch of the crew, and it was a really chilled, relaxed thing. It was a beautiful experience, actually. It was an amazing 6 weeks. And then I went back home to Ireland to real life, and it was just as beautiful, just in a very different way.